And whereas now I've got the flexibility and I've got a second chance now, I've got a grandchild coming, so I can afford that time to be with her because everything now is more or less systemised, you know, and I'm looking forward to that. That's what it's given me is time back, you know, time for me to decide what I want to do with it.
That's
exactly
right.
And I'm not stressed out.
So, hello, Maxine.
Hi.
Hi. When you first started, why did you join the VIP program?
I joined the VIP mentorship program because I had done previous training before that hadn't really landed with me well. It was very academic and I left feeling a sense of fear. So I met you and decided to embark on the mentorship program. One, because it was over a longer space of time and I was allowed to go away and do some stuff and come back and ask you questions about how do I raise this finance, what's the best model here, what is the floor layout going to be, and that was really useful because before I spent a hell of a lot of money on a training program where it was just 3 solid days in a classroom, a lot of information to take in, but not enough time to digest it and implement it. So that's why I joined the mentorship program, because I just wanted to overcome my fear, and I thought it's worth it because I can't afford to make any mistakes at my time of life. Do you know what I mean?
Excellent.
Yeah. So I just felt that I needed that accountability, somebody to keep going back to and asking questions as I kind of embarked on my journey and achieved my goals.
So, Maxine, when you first joined the VIP mentorship program, have you got any reservations or hesitations at the time?
No, not many. I mean, the funding to kind of put it in place was a consideration, a slight reservation, but I think I turned that around by thinking it's an investment in me and my education, and I looked at it as an investor would, that what return would I get from my investment. So every kind of pound that I gave towards the mentorship, I thought, how can I get that back out through implementation of what you're teaching me? So that was a slight reservation, but that was quickly put to one side because I was able to kind of bring in the return of investment that I put out on the training program, if that makes sense. So there was no other reservations. I think I was ready and I was hungry enough to want to do what I needed to do to achieve my goals, really.
Absolutely, and you've done extremely well.
Yeah, I feel so. Yeah, it's all relative, but yeah, it's made me happy.
By joining the mentorship program, you have done extremely well. I was really proud of your achievement and what you have done. It was amazing. So how has this impact on your family life and business life and overall, you know, life by having the mentorship program?
It's made a big, massive improvement to my life, actually. Socially, emotionally, the biggest thing is just having more time to do what I wanted to do. One of the things that I wanted to do is buy my time back. I didn't want to be chained up in a job from 9 to 5. I often dreamed of just stepping out halfway and doing a Keep Fit class. I wasn't able to do that because I was contracted to work, you know, 8 hours a day, whereas now I've just got so much more flexibility. But the biggest thing is socially, I can go on holiday when I want to go. I can get up sometimes if I feel I want to get up later, and I've got time for my family and friends. You know, I've got a daughter and a granddaughter on the way, so it's just massive. Because I remember when my daughter was young and I went back to work when she was 3 months old, and I cried because it was then I realised the rat race. And whereas now I've got the flexibility and I've got a second chance now, I've got a grandchild coming, so I can afford that time to be with her because everything now is more or less systemised, you know, and I'm looking forward to that. That's what it's given me is time back, you know, time for me to decide what I want to do with it.
That's
and I'm not stressed out, and you know, I make my own goals and I make my own decisions, and I'm not governed by somebody else's agenda a lot of the times.
What has been the best experience so far as part of the mentorship?
I think that it's hard to say if there's one thing. There's a couple of things that spring to mind, and one is obviously your experience. It's nuggets of gold, really. Do you know what I mean? Because you've made loads of mistakes and we're learning from it. So it's your expertise and your dynamic energy, the fact that you've done it and you've succeeded, and we can like follow in your footsteps. I like the format because it's like many people who are on the same pathway looking to achieve their goals all together. So you know, you always start off with what are your challenges, what are your wins. So that's brilliant as well, because you get inspired by it, and also you get to hear people and you think, God, I'm going through that as well. So you just learn from each other and yourself as well. So it's a win-win situation. So there's not one single thing. There's many things, but the best thing is the knowledge. It works, and you can sit around the table and you hear people turn over 30k, or they've just got a new property. Do you know what I mean? It's real.
Got the keys,
So there's not one thing. It's all good.
Where is your business right now at this moment?
It's in a period of growth. I got so far, and I've got a big reason why to kind of grow it some more, because I got complacent and happy where I was with it. So I am kind of incorporated. I've got 2 companies set up. I've got goals in terms of what figures I want to achieve. I've got a big reason why, which is to employ my daughter. So I've got to create the income to bring her on board, and also I've got a granddaughter on the way. So yeah, it's incorporated. Figures are set. Got the strategies in place. Just need to kind of go out and get it, basically. Yeah, make it happen.
What would you say to anybody who's thinking about starting the program?
I would say join, and you know, people might say, well, you're biased, you've already done it, but I can honestly say hand on heart that I've done out what I set to achieve in my own means. But I would say join. I think that there's quite a lot of programs out there, and this is one that actually works. It is an investment that you need to make in yourself, and you need to consider that in terms of return of investment. But for me personally, I've achieved that. So I would urge anybody to come on board. It's not a big, massive, you know, hoo-ha program where people are like saying, yeah, you're going to be a millionaire overnight, quick rich. You've got to put the work in. But I would say if you're committed and you want to learn, this is a very fertile ground to come to. Do you know what I mean? Because there's loads of support from your good self, and from people that are on the same pathway to achieving their goals as well. So I would say give it some serious consideration. Obviously there's a financial consideration you need to make, but it's worth it. It's a return of investment at the end of the day, and it's not something you're going to pick up at the local college. You know, this is a very specialist niche market. It is, so you can't kind of scour yellow pages and find umpteen other people. This is very specialist knowledge, and it's worth it.
I mean, one thing about you, Maxine, is that I remember when we first starting the mentorship journey, that you were buying a lot of houses in a very, very short period of time. I remember you were doing number 4 in the 4th month, so you're buying like 1 per month. So just tell me a little bit about that experience, because it was amazing what you have achieved.
Yeah, I think with your support, I was hungry for it, you know, and I'd previously spent a lot of money on training before I came on your mentorship, and at the forefront of my mind was, this has got to work, because I couldn't afford just to spend that money and it bring me no result. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was an amazing time to achieve what I didn't think I could achieve, but with your encouragement, pushing, making me see things differently. Do you know what I mean? It made the difference. I didn't think that I could achieve that, but I did, you know.
You're amazing.
Yeah, thank you, and so are you.
So thank you very much, Maxine. It's been a pleasure journey with you together, and huge congratulations to your success in the property.
Thank you, and thank you for your support.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.